Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be going over how to do hip thrust. I will talk about the proper setup and different phases of the movement, in addition to the common mistakes and how to correct them. Then we will end off with tips on how to properly engage the glutes so you don't feel it more in other muscles. Stay tuned to hear more. So first, when you do a hip thrust, you want to find a block that you will be able to do full hip extension with. So in my case, I'm using these aerobic step-ups that the gym has, and I'm making sure it's a block height of 5. So next, when you're setting up for a hip thrust, you want to be sitting on the floor. Your bum wants to be about 1 foot away from the block, and the block wants to be about in the center of your back. You don't want it to be too high or too low. As for your feet, you want them to be about shoulder width apart, maybe slightly more, and your feet are going to be slightly turned out to the side. As for the distance of your feet from your bum, you want them to be about 1.5 feet away. Now for the up phase of the movement. This is where you actually feel your glutes working. As you push through your heels, think about driving your hips straight up. Don't just fling yourself. Smooth and controlled. At the top, you should look like a tabletop. Hips in line with your shoulders and knees, no arching your lower back, no ribs popping out. Keep your chin slightly tucked and chest down. And the key cue is your hips are doing the lifting, not your back. If you feel this more in your quads or lower back, pause and reset your form. As for the down phase, keep it controlled. Don't just drop your hips. Lower until your glutes are just above the floor, keeping your ribs tucked and core engaged the whole time. Your shin should stay vertical, heels planted, and everything moves as one piece. Then drive right back up into that tabletop position. Common mistakes of a hip thrust. Number 1, head looking up. To the left side, we can see that the head is tilted back, the neck is strained, and the posture is off. However, to the right side, the good form, the chin is slightly tucked in, neck is neutral, and the head follows the spine naturally. The second mistake is arching the lower back at the bottom too much. To the left side, you can see how the lower back dips, spine is overextended, and the glutes are losing tension. However, to the right side, the core is braced, spine is neutral, the hips lower slowly, so the glutes are staying engaged. Mistake number 3 is having your feet too far out or in. When you do a hip thrust, you want your feet directly under your knees. This allows for full hip extension and glute engagement, just like the clip at the top. However, as you see in the clip to the bottom left corner, the feet are too far out, which engages too much hamstrings. And to the right bottom corner, you can see the feet are too close. So this engages more quads, and it's much harder to get the full hip extension and glute engagement. Now that we have covered the mistakes, let's talk about how to actually fire your glutes on the hip thrust. Tip number 1 is to literally hold your glutes as you go through the movement. It might sound funny and look funny, but trust me, when you are consciously squeezing your butt, it helps you focus on the glutes and stops other muscles from taking over. This is also known as mind muscle activation. Tip number 2 is to try elevating your toes on a plate or a dumbbell. This shifts the pressure into your heels, which makes your glutes work harder through the whole movement. At least that's what I find works the best. Tip number 3 is to finish your set with pulses and a hold. After completing about 8 full hip thrust reps, stay at the top and do 8 to 10 small pulses. On the last pulse, hold for 5 seconds while keeping your glutes fully squeezed. This keeps tension on the muscles and really helps you feel the burn. Alright, that's a wrap on the hip thrust. Remember, avoid the common mistakes. Keep your head neutral, feet in the right spot, and spine in a safe position. Focus on engaging your glutes, squeeze them during the lift, Try elevating your toes and finish your set with pulses and a 5-second hold to really feel the burn. Keep practicing your form, stay consistent, and those glutes are going to get stronger and bigger every time. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share so you don't forget these tips. And hey, I'd love to know what exercise should be covered next. Let me know in the comments below.